Welcome to Historical Hot Messes, where we dive into the chaotic love lives of history's most fascinating people. Today's star, the one and only Oscar Wilde, a man whose wit was as sharp as his life was messy. Spoiler alert, this one ends with jail time, heartbreak, and a very dramatic fall from grace. Oscar Wilde was a literary superstar in the late 1800s. Known for his plays, essays, and that unbeatable one-liner game, Wilde was the man about town. He was also a trailblazer when it came to his personal life, living openly as a gay man in a time when that was considered a literal crime. Enter Lord Alfred Douglas, aka Bosie. Bosie was young, aristocratic, and, let's be honest, kind of a mess. The two quickly became inseparable, and their relationship was equal parts passion and disaster. Wilde adored Bosie, calling him the love that dare not speak its name. Bosie, on the other hand, let's just say he wasn't exactly a stabilizing influence. Now here's where things go off the rails. Bosie's dad, the Marquis of Queensberry, hated Wilde. Like, really hated him. He publicly accused Wilde of being a sodomite, which in Victorian England was both a social and legal death sentence. Instead of ignoring it, Wilde made a bold move. He sued Queensberry for libel. Big mistake. Queensberry's lawyers brought evidence of Wilde's relationships with men to court, turning the trial into a public spectacle. Wilde's own words, like his famous line about feasting with panthers, were used against him. The libel case fell apart, and worse, Wilde was arrested and charged with gross indecency. Wilde spent 2 years in prison, enduring hard labor and terrible conditions. During his time there, he wrote De Profundis, a heartbreaking letter reflecting on his love for Bosie and the choices that led to his downfall. It's both a love letter and a cautionary tale wrapped in one. After his release, Wilde was a broken man. He fled to Paris, where he lived under the pseudonym Sebastian Melmoth, because of course Wilde couldn't resist a dramatic alias. He wrote little during his exile and died in 1900, penniless and largely forgotten. But here's the twist. Today, Wilde is celebrated as a queer icon and literary genius. Fast forward to now, and Wilde's legacy couldn't be brighter. His wit and works are studied. His quotes dominate Instagram captions, and his grave in Paris has become a shrine for fans. Turns out, being a hot mess can make you immortal if you're clever enough. So, what can we learn from Oscar Wilde's life? 1. Be careful who you fall in love with, especially if their dad is out for blood. 2. A sharp wit can be a double-edged sword. And 3. In the end, talent and authenticity win the long game. Thanks for watching Historical Hot Messes. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for the next episode. See you then!